But I like John Hader, which is the Napoleon Dynamite guy.
I mean, what else is he in other than Napoleon Dynamite and Benchwarmers?
Blades of Glory with Will Smith.
Will Smith?
Will Ferrell.
Welcome to the intro, asshole.
Dang it. I didn't mean to say that.
You keep my wife's name out the ice. Like,
dude, oops. No, Will Ferrell. No, Blades of
Blades
Glory.
of Glory. That is a fantastic
Now, the
movie.
comedian that still acts the same way in all of his movies, but still finds a way to be funny, Will Ferrell.
Smith. You hit Will Smith twice?
That's hot.
That's hot. Welcome back to Definitely Grown Ups Podcast. It's your boy Austin Martin with me as always.
Avery?
Confuse the new listeners, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm Avery, that's Austin.
Yeah.
Our voices are quite different. You'll be able to tell the difference, don't worry.
Yeah.
There's going to be some kind of me saying something ridiculous in the intro and you're going to be like, oh, that's the fat one, right? Yes, that'd be me.
No.
We don't body shame. We just accurate. Can I...
Some would say that is body shaming.
Oh, oof. Well, I can shame myself. Like, eat me, bro. Like, you can't tell me what I can and can't say about myself. That's like saying...
If I did, it'd last forever.
Right, that's like going up and saying, like, you can't say that word to somebody who can say that word. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? What do you mean? Yeah, I'm fat, bro. Like, you won't come out, it's not okay for you to... Dude, eat me. Eat my shorts, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah.
I never got that expression.
I don't get it. I get the eat my hat thing.
Like, I'll eat my hat if you can do something.
Isn't that from Fairly Odd Parents?
I mean, Doug Dimmadome is probably... I mean, I'm not going to say popularized it. That show came out in 2007, but...
It came out before that, I think.
Like, everybody... When somebody... All of Gen Z and, like, young millennials, when somebody says, I'm going to eat my hat, they all think of the scene where Doug Dimmadome eats his hat. Right? Like, that's the first image that pops into your noggin.
Yeah.
Dude, that show was fire.
It is.
Butch Hartman had some really good ones. I really liked Danny Phantom.
You know, we've already talked about these.
Did we?
Yeah, on the cartoons episode.
That's right. I've slept since then.
Yeah. But yeah, it is pretty good. So, real quick, Avery.
Yeah.
Before we got started today, you said you have a problem with Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah. He's a trash actor, and I don't know why he's famous.
We're about to find out tomorrow, or tonight? Tonight.
Yeah, we're going to go see the new Top Gun movie. But, like, I just watched the first one Sunday night. That's what we did when, like, with dinner. We watched Top Gun as a family. And, like, I told everybody I liked it just to not be a party pooper because I didn't want nobody to be like, well, we don't have to go on Tuesday. But the movie was trash. Like, I get... people will be like, well, that came out in the 80s. You gotta... Like, no, the flight scenes, like, looked realistic and were very accurate. But it's Tom Cruise as a human that I just don't enjoy. He's a bad actor. He's got 3 front teeth. His whole face... like, even when he's smiling, like, he's supposed to be happy in a scene, I'm like, he's faking it. And then when he's supposed to be sad in a scene, I'm like, he's faking it.
I mean, that's what acting is, though.
But you're not supposed to be able to tell. That's, you know what I mean? I don't watch a Marvel movie and go, oh man, they're really sad that Tony Stark just died. Not really. Everybody in the room's like, no, if Tom Cruise was in any of the MCU, he'd ruin any scene he was in because it'd be like a really serious moment.
I still think he'd make a good Tony Stark.
No way, bro.
Not as good as Robert Downey Jr. You know they almost casted him as Tony Stark, right?
I'm glad they didn't.
The only reason they didn't because he turned it down and they went to Robert Downey Jr. next.
Yeah, he's too good for that. He's got to go worship his alien that you have to pay money to be part of the religion for because he's a heavy Scientologist. And first off, this is for everybody else. Scientologists.
You mean it's just for me?
Yeah,
and
pretty
you.
much. No, I don't know. Like, I don't understand how he got so famous, because anytime I see him in a movie, I don't feel like he's playing a character. I feel like they're just recording Tom Cruise walk around his regular life, and they go, yeah, we can just like Photoshop this in. I don't get it. One of our delivery drivers at work, Dan, was telling me that his first breakout role was Risky Business. And I've never seen Risky Business.
Nope, me either.
But he said that it was a really good one. So maybe maybe I need to go watch Risky Business to appreciate Tom Cruise more. But I genuinely can't think of a movie that Tom Cruise is in that I was on board for. And maybe there's like a weird animated movie that I love and he's a voice in it.
I don't know.
But as long as I don't have to look at him, maybe that makes the difference.
Did you not like Mission Impossible?
Hell no. All those movies are trash.
War of the Worlds?
Oh my god, okay. No, that's perfect. Good segue, Austin. Good job, homie. No, so Brittany, I was playing Wonderlands, or I think Borderlands 3. I can't remember what I was working on. But I was playing that, and Brittany was watching that movie. And I've only ever seen Scary Movie 4, which is the one where they make fun of it. So I watched it with her while I was playing my game. And first off, shout out to, I think Spielberg is the dude who directed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The CGI in that movie looks fantastic.
For how old it is?
Yeah, because it came out in, what, 2002?
2005.
2005, yeah. It is good even by today's standards. Like, 100% super, super good. However, I can't enjoy the CGI for very long, because then it goes to Tom Cruise being an abusive parent that doesn't understand why his kids don't like him. Once again, all they did was they had a camera in Tom Cruise's house, and then they took the footage that they got and went, we can make a movie around this, right? I swear to God, he's such a trash act. I don't get it. I don't get why he's famous. I don't get why people were so obsessed. Is he gay or not? Because I like him. No, I don't get it. He's fugly as hell.
How about Edge of Tomorrow? Did you watch Edge of Tomorrow?
Is that the one where he like dies and respawns infinitely, like Groundhog Day?
Yeah, it's Groundhog Day, but with like
mech suits.
mechs.
No, I seen the trailer and said, "Oh, that's Groundhog's Day with mech suits." I know what happens.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I enjoyed that movie.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's more of Tom Cruise going, my 3 teeth are in the way of my face for making me act proper.
Jack Reacher, Never Go Back.
Jack Reacher, why would I watch this movie? No. He's in action movies.
Spielberg's The Last Samurai. How about that? The one that was totally whitewashed.
No, I've seen 47 Ronin. That's a different movie, though, I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
I think that's got Keanu Reeves in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. But it doesn't matter. No. Because it's either I've seen it and it's trash, or I haven't seen it, and the reason I haven't seen it is because it's generic action movie, which I already probably wouldn't enjoy, plus Tom Cruise. Because most action movies, like real talk, are bad. Because the action...
I feel like that's a pretty hot take.
Do you think that... I mean, like... I guess that is a hot take considering that people like Fast and the Furious.
See, but that's different. They almost like know what they are and just keep pumping them out. It's like a serious version of Sharknado where they know they're kind of,
But they don't. Like, the people who enjoy the movies don't, though. They don't get that it's bad. I think the actors and directors are at the point to where they're like, yeah, this is pretty ridiculous. Why am I in a car in space?
Right. That's how you know, though, that they were, they knew what they were doing.
Eventually, they
literally
did.
everybody, they drove a tank and were shooting from tanks, and everyone in the audience said, "Oh, what's next?" They drive to space, and then the next one they drove to space.
Me and Landon literally did that. We had a whole bit going back and forth. I think it was for your birthday.
Yeah.
One year about
everybody.
About how they're going to space in the next one. And I kid you not, 2 days later on my Google feed, it was like, Fast and the Furious 75 is going to take place in space. Why, bro? Stop making movies. Just quit. Vin Diesel, please go get a better role. You're a good guy. And not a Scientologist.
He's not a good actor, though. He's not a good actor at all. Vin Diesel.
But does he have the opportunity to show that? Because he's been in Fast and the Furious, and
he's been in a ton of things.
I'm Groot. Rock tree. Like, good job. You can say 4 words and you made $2.7 billion from it.
But he's been in way more things than the MCU and Fast and Furious.
And the Iron Giant.
And he was in The Pacifier.
Do you think he adds that to his repertoire? Like, do you
I hope so. That's a good movie.
Do you think when he goes to different acting gigs and they're like, "Oh, Vin Diesel, what have you been in?" Like, because I'm assuming that an acting gig is like a regular job where even if they know who you are, you have to talk about the repertoire of film you've been in. And he goes, "Well, I was in Fast and the Furious 1 through 17. And The Pacifier."
Hey, The Pacifier is a good movie, okay? I love that movie growing up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was one of them I watched all the time.
Right.
Like, that
was good.
Is Sky High.
Sky High, slaps.
Zoom,
extra slaps.
Not what?
Really. Actually, I went back and watched Zoom, because Cassie never watched Zoom, and I don't think Sky High either. And so I know for a fact she had never watched Zoom. We went and watched it. And that movie makes no sense. Like, absolutely no sense does that movie make. There's plot points and stuff that just come out of nowhere. He loses his powers, but he doesn't actually use it because he could do the finger thing to make his shake.
Which is ridiculous to assume that he's single after that. He can still use the...
Yeah. So then he gets taken to the place, and these kids hate him, but then after a little montage, they love him. And then also there was the whole thing with out of nowhere, you had the kid that could see down the hallway all the way through everything and like could see all of his team just by thinking about him. And Zoom himself sat down with like the invisible kid and was like, "You have the power that I had. You're going to be the leader." And then nothing else was ever said about that ever again. Do you remember that part?
Yeah, see, what you're doing right now is how I've watched every movie since I was like 8. Why everybody's like, "Avery's such an asshole. He doesn't like anything. He doesn't like any music. He doesn't like any movies or
That's
TV
just because
shows."
you're a hipster.
No, it's because I sit down and I watch the movie and then I logically work through it as I'm watching it. And then they go, "Oh man, his best friend just died, but 2 days later he's flying planes again just fine. He's not actually upset anymore. He's fine. He actually just took out like 7 Russians." Oh, sorry. Spoiler alert for Top Gun. That's like not the new one, the first one. That's what happens. His homie dies. He's sad for approximately 14 seconds.
He's got to get revenge.
He goes, no. He died because they had to eject from the plane because one of the other guys is an idiot. And then his homie died. And he was like, "I'm going to quit." And then he fake quits. And then 14 seconds later, he goes, "Well, maybe I can go fight the Russians again." Like, I swear to God, bro. Such a trash plot point. There's a whole 5-minute segment of them playing volleyball.
You think that changes in the new one? Have you not seen all the
No, I
memes
seen
about
the
new
trailer.
one?
I seen the trailer. There's literally another volleyball scene. And it's one of the most famous movie scenes ever. Because before I'd ever seen Top Gun, I knew there was a volleyball scene in it. Because everybody talked about, oh, Top Gun volleyball scene. You see Tom Cruise shirtless. I'd rather see anyone else shirtless. Like Gabriel Iglesias covered in butter on top of a stack of waffles, butt ass naked. Would rather see that than Tom Cruise playing volleyball for 5 minutes.
Well, you're in for a treat then, because it's to the max in this new one that I've seen the trailers of. I've not watched either one. I don't really care.
No, don't.
But yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's dude, I don't get it. I don't understand how Tom Cruise got famous.
I mean, there's a lot of people like that though.
Like who?
A lot of people. Adam Sandler. How did Adam Sandler get famous?
Dude, him on SNL was funny as hell.
Was he?
And
how long was he on SNL? 2 seconds?
He was on SNL for a while in the 90s. And then, early Adam Sandler movies are funny.
No, they're not.
Oh, I disagree. They give me a laugh.
They were funny when they came out, but then he kept doing the same bit over and over and over again,
right.
Which is actually, you find out that that's not a bit. That's just how he is as a person all the time. He is just that stupid and talks that way.
Listen.
All the time. And now you go back and watch those old movies and they're not funny anymore because it's just Adam Sandler.
Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, The Waterboy, and Mr. Deeds. Those are genuinely funny. The fifth one that I throw in there of Adam Sandler movies I like is 7 Crazy Nights, because it's a little bit different, but not really, but it is. It's an animated movie about the spirit of Hanukkah, or what the hell ever it's about.
I don't know. But Adam Sandler is no different, okay? Even the old classics, they're good to watch back then, but I can't sit and watch them anymore.
Really? Now, I'm not a fan of anything after, I think, either Mr. Deeds or 7 Crazy Nights, or 8 Crazy Nights, because everything else is like Click. Movie's trash.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one? He's got 7 Netflix original movies now.
And they're all bad. The Cobbler was one of them.
That one was good.
Oh.
It was different. It wasn't him being, I'm Adam Sandler. You know what I mean? It was.
Yeah, but he still has those moments that make it bad.
Yeah. I want to see Uncut Gems because it did really well.
Yeah,
so
I don't know about that one.
I'm curious. I mean, based off of the trailer, you're still going to have Adam Sandler go, oh, what? You don't want a diamond-covered Furby? Because he has a diamond-covered Furby in the trailer. But
he has to try to be funny at some point. It just fails.
It just doesn't work.
Look, Adam Sandler's not funny. Hot take.
I don't think it's a hot take. I think most people agree with you.
Yeah, fair enough. But a lot of his comedian group isn't funny. His group of people. Chris Rock is. Chris Rock's hilarious. Really, when I say group of people, I picture the Grown Ups movie.
Cast, yeah.
Yeah. Because that's usually all the different people at different times he makes a lot of movies with. Kevin James was only good in Mall Cop.
No, he wasn't. Mall Cop's a trash movie.
The first Mall Cop is funny. The second one is very bad.
We're gonna heavy disagree on that.
Oh no, it is. It's very funny.
No, I would much rather watch the 5 Adam Sandler movies I previously mentioned versus watching Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Why? It's funny.
When's the last time you watched Paul Blart Mall Cop?
Not very long ago. Me and Cassidy both like that movie.
Dead ass.
It's been a few months, but it's not been years. It's not been a year since I've watched it last. Yes. I like that movie.
Dude.
That's a funny movie.
No way.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to heavy
There's
disagree.
so many moments in that movie that are hilarious. And the end is kind of dumb where, oh, I'm the bad guy. Oh, I'm the bad guy. The guy that bullied you was the bad guy. But also it's a comedy. It's not supposed to be a good action movie. So it's funny.
But it's not funny, though. That's the point. It's a comedy movie, and it's not funny.
Yeah, it is. It's hilarious.
Okay.
Look, I'm not a big fan of fart jokes.
No, those usually fall pretty flat.
But like the one scene where he goes into the store and all the legs are hanging off from the walls and the ceiling in the jeans area, and so he climbs up in the vent and then hangs his legs and tries to hold still as the lady walks in, is trying to find him, and his legs are just dangling and he's not moving, but the thing that throws him off is that he farts. That's a funny fart joke.
That's
and then
hilarious.
he topples down on top of her and kills her.
Look how hard I'm laughing
Oh,
at this
shut
genuine comedy you've just orchestrated for me.
Anyway, back to my point. Rob Schneider, is that the one dude's name?
Yeah, Rob
name?
Schneider.
Yeah,
you can do it.
Yeah, he's not funny. I don't like Rob Schneider. The blonde guy that should have played Joe Exotic.
David Spade.
David Spade, not funny. Joe Dirt, stupid.
We will actually have a fist fight. Right
Oh,
now.
you like David Spade? Is that his name?
No.
You like
I
Joe
like
Dirt.
Joe Dirt.
Oh, Joe Dirt's bad.
I like Joe Dirt 1.
Tristan loves Joe Dirt.
Me
and
too.
I can't stand Joe Dirt.
I would rather watch Joe Dirt infinitely on a loop.
Hillbilly
than ever
comedy? Get me out of here, bro. Get me out of here, bro.
Listen,
Hillbilly comedy?
You just
Get me out of here, bro.
You just weren't raised redneck enough to enjoy it.
That's not true.
Sorry, I had to get a footprint gas pedal installed, so I had to steal this hunk. It's so dumb.
Look how
It's
hard
so
I'm
funny.
laughing right now.
Dude, way better than Paul Blart.
No, absolutely not. Hillbilly comedy?
Okay, you know...
Get me out of here, bro.
You know what? To everybody who's still listening to us argue about the Adam Sandler verse, that's a real thing too, by the way.
Right. Bedtime Stories was a good movie. I'll give him that.
Trash movie. Let us know in the comments what you would rather watch infinitely on a loop: Joe Dirt or Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah, you have to pick between those two: Joe Dirt or Mall Cop. I know Paul Blart Mall Cop is going to get
absolutely destroyed.
No, is absolutely going to win.
Bro, no way is it going to win.
Yes, it will.
Dude, let us know.
Joe Dirt is so not funny, dude.
Dude, it's way funnier than Paul Blart.
That is not true. There's so many funny moments in Paul Blart that I legit actually crack up at.
Oh, he got too drunk. Oh, he played Guitar Hero. That's so funny.
That is a very funny part. And then also at the very beginning when he's on his little Segway and he hits the dog
over. Oh,
that's
man.
funny. You're smiling just thinking about it.
I'm smiling because I am absolutely baffled right now.
And then the part one or the part two where the dude's singing in the bar and he hits you with the REO Speedwagon.
Yeah.
That's funny too.
Like REO Speedwagon in general is funny?
I mean, yeah, because what kind of name is that?
Robert Dio Speedwagon. You're JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, no. No thanks.
But I am truly baffled. Like, I know we disagree about a lot of things. That's the whole reason we have this podcast. But the fact that you're going to hit me with Paul Blart Mall Cop is funny is truly baffling.
It's
almost
not only is it funny, it's funnier than Joe Dirt,
which is
100%.
Sacrilege.
Anyway, what is there another one that we're missing? Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, David Spade, Rob Schneider,
Kevin James.
James.
I mean, because like Grown Ups 2 has the other guy that's in a lot of
the one from Scary Movie that's got the hand.
No, you've seen The Benchwarmers.
Oh, yeah.
Rob Schneider, David Spade. Actually, David Spade's got two good movies because I like The Benchwarmers a lot.
Yeah, Benchwarmers is funny.
Yeah, and Rob Schneider's funny in it too.
But you're talking about are you talking about Napoleon Dynamite guy?
No, the one that lives in the closet.
Oh, I don't
remember. You know who I'm talking about though. Like he hits the baseball with the sword, and he gets the point that wins or whatever.
Yeah.
That dude in Adam Sandler movies isn't funny, but his comedy, like his stand-up, is brutal. It is brutally funny. It's super dark. I'm pretty sure he was on an episode of Stiff Socks. Have you ever listened to Stiff Socks?
Are you sure you're not? Or you're talking about the character of Nick Swartzen?
Yeah,
Swartzen.
Yeah,
he's all right. But I like John Hader, which is the Napoleon Dynamite guy.
I mean, what else is he in other than Napoleon Dynamite and Benchwarmers?
Blades of Glory with Will Smith.
Will Smith?
Will Ferrell.
Welcome to the intro, asshole.
Dang it. I didn't mean to say that.
You keep my wife's name out the ice.
Dude, oops. No, Will Ferrell. No, Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory, that is a fantastic
Now, the
movie.
comedian that still acts the same way in all of his movies, but still finds a way to be funny, Will Ferrell.
Smith. You hit Will Smith twice?
That's hot.
That's hot.
Will Ferrell, though. I like Will Ferrell movies. I don't think there's definitely a few, I'm sure, that I don't love, but I can't think of them off the top of my head.
I can think of at least one that was very disappointing.
What?
Holmes and Watson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, but that was set up to fail because the first movie those two ever made together was Step Brothers.
No, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, Talladega Nights came out first, yeah. But it was a hit. It was an accidental hit. And so they were like, let's do another one, because we enjoy each other. So then Step Brothers, and that's one of my favorite movies ever.
It's top 10 for sure. Yeah.
Top 5 for me. But then the only reason they made that other one, the Holmes one, was because of the success of the other ones, and everyone wanted them to do another movie together, not because they wanted to do it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? They didn't really want to do another movie together, but the fans wanted them to, so they threw something together, and it was trash.
Yeah, it was pretty tragic.
Yeah,
because like I love them together, John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell.
Yeah,
they absolutely crack me up. Have you ever watched the unrated version of Talladega Nights?
Yeah.
It's not as funny as the normal version of Talladega Nights, which doesn't make any sense.
Sometimes that happens, though.
Which I've never noticed that before. I've never been like, oh, that's just not funny. But like, it takes some scenes completely out of the regular version and extends scenes that don't need to be longer.
Yeah.
So,
that's a good, strong duo. You know who else is a really good, strong comedic duo?
Us.
I mean, other than us. But like, and I know this is like cheap to say it, but Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Kevin Hart are so funny together.
As much as I don't like Kevin Hart, yeah.
Yeah, dude, they are so funny. Last night, we just watched Central Intelligence.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good, funny movie.
Now, see, I'm almost at the point with Dwayne Johnson, like my dad is with Nick Cage, where Nick Cage got so many roles back to back to back to back that he just like quit liking him. And Nick Cage isn't like the most phenomenal actor, but he's got a couple of good ones.
Yeah,
he's got a couple of good ones, right?
Yeah. Continue.
The National Treasure movies were pretty good.
And the first one, yeah, and that's it. But go ahead.
Wally's Wonderland, that movie was amazing.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that's the only accurate rendition of Ghost Rider I've ever seen. It's better than the comic books. What are you talking about?
It's way better than the comic books.
It's gold. I'm gonna get like actually lynched or something now.
But look, The Rock, and don't give up on him yet though, because I'm excited for Black Adam.
No, and
after Black Adam, we could start giving up if we need to.
And because he has in roles where I think they just give him more freedom to be goofier. I appreciate those because he gets into it more. He's like in Baywatch, which who thought that movie was going to be good?
No, I really enjoyed that movie.
I didn't think it was going to be good.
Him and Zac Efron were good together.
So good. Like I would pay to sit in a theater and watch the sequel because it was super funny. I've probably seen it 20 times because Brittany watches, you know what I mean? Like I've probably like listened to it 20 times.
Right.
It's a funny movie. It makes me giggle every time. And it's even got a couple of the like sense of humor I don't like, because I'm not a big fan of like fart jokes or poop jokes. When Zac Efron throws up in the pool, it's usually not something that would make me laugh, but
And Logan Paul's in
does.
that movie.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
When's he in the movie?
I don't know. He's in the one part where they're like asking people to like try out. He's one of the guys that's all like, ooh, 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 ready to try out. You know that?
Is it really?
Logan Paul just said on like one of his podcasts that he has just the other day that he talked about how Dwayne Johnson was one of the guys that really dipped on him when he needed the most help, because it was right after the whole Japan stuff happened with Logan Paul. I guess Dwayne Johnson hit him up and was like, hey, forget anything, any content we have together. Like, forget it.
I mean, yeah, Dwayne Johnson is worth way more money, and it's not worth losing it over some vlogger pretty boy.
Right. But it is funny because, like, I actually don't totally hate Logan Paul these days.
Oh,
Jake Paul
good.
can still eat it. But Logan Paul's a little different. His, like, podcast he has, sometimes it's pretty funny. I don't watch the whole podcast, but I see clips sometimes.
Uh-huh.
And it's pretty funny. I don't hate him as much as what we all did at one point. He got really good PR people, that's for sure.
I'm sure he does. And I still don't think he's funny, but that's okay.
I don't think he's funny. I just think he has funny
just
moments.
Said that he was funny.
No, I said he has funny moments on his podcast. And mainly it's the other guy that's on his podcast all the time. That guy is the most funny.
He's somebody in the Maverick squad. You know how it is. Out here repping Maverick.
Yeah, I'm a Maverick. What about it?
Everybody needs a hero.
0 people shouldn't have a hero.
Yeah, yeet.
Yeah, he was Zane. He was Zane in Baywatch.
Interesting.
He's not on the cover. Like, he was literally in there for a second.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. And like I said, I've at least listened to this movie 20 times. I think Dwayne Johnson needs to do more movies like Baywatch. Just weird, out of the left field with a really good supporting crew to really pull the whole movie together. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because Baywatch was super good. I'm not a big fan of his like big action movies because most of them are super boring.
Well, he's got the Vin Diesel thing going on sometimes.
No, Skyscraper.
Yeah, shut up.
Or San Andreas, which was surprisingly enough 2 different movies with the exact same plot. Like, what was another one that he did like recently?
He had the Jungle movie.
Oh, Jungle Cruise.
Yeah,
that movie was kind of boring.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a surprise because wasn't it a Disney movie?
No,
it's not
a Disney theme park ride that they said,
right?
Hey, guess what? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's making my theme park ride a movie.
You know, but the thing is it was kind of surprising how messed up it got because, like, I thought because it was just PG, it wasn't PG-13.
I don't
know, but it reminded me a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean, like halfway through.
Yeah,
with the people being made of the thing they died from.
Yeah,
the villains coming back to life.
So, this is unprofessional.
Awkward.
Well, here, actually, we'll put it in the episode.
Okay.
Hello?
Thank you for your response. We would now like to transfer you to a poll taker for just a few more questions. Please stay on the line.
Oh, yeah.
Customer, thank you for your purchase from Amazon Shopping.
Oh.
This call is to inform you that your purchase for Apple MacBook Pro and Apple EarPod will be delivered by tomorrow evening, and $1,537.35 has been debited from your account for these purchase.
Hell yeah, bro. We're getting some MacBooks.
Yeah, you spent that big money, dude.
I love that. I absolutely love the telemarketer scams at, what time is it? 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah. They're really getting the old people, dude.
Dude, I know, like, they're...
Have you watched some of those videos like Scammer Payback and stuff? Scammer Payback's a YouTuber which there's a lot of them, but this guy, he's got a lot of videos where he will put a thing like a filter over his voice and keep these people on the phone, these scammers. And what they do, these scammers, is they're like, one of their main ways of scamming people is they say, hey, we owe you some money. All right, we owe you money.
Okay.
And we owe you like $4,000 or $400. We owe you $400.
Okay.
And then they'll ask for access to your computer so they can pull up their bank account to transfer it to you. So they get control of your computer. Once they do, they send you to a fake bank website that they control. And they make it look like instead of giving you $400, they accidentally give you $40,000. And then these old people, they get all confused. And they see on their screen, boom, $40,000 added to their account. And you can hear the scammers will go, oh no, we messed up. You got to give us that money back. We gave you too much money. You got to give us that extra money. So they get these old people all worried and they go, all right, go to your bank and ask for cash, or go and get, $1,000 worth of like Google Play cards with it, with the money and stuff. And then you could upload that to your computer and send the money right over to us. And that's how they scam people. And
that's insane.
Yeah, it's a whole big thing. There's a few different ways, but that's one of the main ones I always watched on his channel. And so he plays along with them. And the thing about the app that you download to let them take control of your computer is it's a two-way street sometimes. And so without them realizing it, because they have your screen on their screen and they're clicking around on your computer, he'll open up their files and he just starts deleting files. He'll save phone numbers of victims, save the phone numbers, and then delete files. Like there's some videos he deletes like thousands of files off these guys' computers, and they still don't notice until he goes, what's going on with your computer? And then they start paying attention and they're like, and you can hear them start freaking out. A bunch of different people get put on the phone, and then he'll end the call with them. They'll hang up. He'll keep calling back, trying to antagonize them. They get all kinds of mad, start cursing at him. And then he'll also, because he works side by side with a group of people that help take these guys down, so he knows their address. He knows what call centers he's talking to. And sometimes he knows the people's names. And so he'll say in their language their address and their names, and it freaks him out there too.
That's hilarious.
And then usually he'll end an episode with getting a hold of the people, the phone numbers he's gotten a hold of, and say, hey, don't give any more money to these people. Because there's some people once a year, the people will call, the like scammers will call them back and scam them out of more and more money. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts.
That's tragic. And kind of ridiculous that it's 2022 and these people still can do this.
Oh, it's only gotten worse. It's only gotten more, because it's not just, oh, hey, you won this money, send us your bank account. Like, that's an obvious scam.
Right.
They do this extra stuff where they're like, yeah, we owe you money.
Your Amazon has been, you just spent $1,200 on Amazon.
Right, and they switched it too, because even a more advanced thing they used to do is, you have been hacked, let us help you. And now they just straight up say, hey, thanks for your confirmed purchase.
Yeah.
Because that looks way more sketchy.
It does.
It freaks you out for a second.
The only reason I'm not freaked out is because Brittany was trying to sign up for Kindle, like the Kindle Unlimited yesterday, so she could read on her iPad. And I've got an OTP on my phone that you have to access on my phone in the signed-in device to be able to pull up the 6-digit code to open up the app, because I had somebody get into my Amazon and ordered a vacuum cleaner and like cleaning supplies, but put their own credit card on my Amazon.
Yeah, that's another weird thing about like, these aren't even scammers that you're talking about. They're just people nabbing people's accounts.
They just they were like, bro, I just need the Prime, and I said cancel order, deleted the card, set up OTP.
I have a fun story about this. You know what this story is. So it didn't happen with Amazon for me, but it happened with Spotify.
Oh my gosh.
So this is a 100% true story. I'll get Cassidy in here later to confirm. All right. I'll edit in her confirmation if I need to. So one day I wake up. This is a pretty long story, so we're going to get right into it.
Yeah,
one day
I'm excited.
I wake up really early before I was working at the distribution center. So I used to get up at like 4:30 in the morning. I get up at 4:30 in the morning. The TV, we left it on from the night before. And I walk through the living room and Spotify is playing on my TV. And I was like, what the heck? Now, at the time we had a cat and our dogs were out. We let them out at night. And so I figured somehow the cat jumped on the remote and turned Spotify on. You know, was my first thought. It's like, that's weird, whatever. I turned off the TV, went to work, came back home from work later that day. And it is on the TV. So Cassidy had been home. She was watching TV and she was in the shower when I got home. And Spotify is playing again on the TV. I was like, what the heck? But then this time I was like, maybe she was just listening to Spotify. I'm still like shrugging it off. Later on that night, we're laying down. It's like 1:00 in the morning at this point. I had the next day off. I was watching The Office and Cassidy was asleep. And all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, I hear EDM music. It's like boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka. And as funny as that may be, it was not funny at all because it's 1:00 in the morning. So I open up my door and I look at my TV. TV's off. I was like, what? And the dogs are barking in the kitchen. Now, the only thing that's running through my mind right now is someone's messing with us. Someone's in the house or outside of the house and they're messing with us. That's what's going through my head. And you know, at the time I didn't have a gun or anything. So I'm pretty sure I had like an empty like Angry Orchards bottle on my nightstand. So I grabbed this, you know, hard cider bottle, take the last swig out of it because that's all I got in my hand. And I'm like creeping out into the living room and it's coming from the kitchen, which at the time was at the other end of the house from our room. And it's just and so I yell out and I'm like, if someone's out there, this is your time to leave. And I was so scared. But it was still playing and the dogs were still barking and I couldn't see the dogs either. So that made it weird because at that night we had they were like in the kitchen and usually they sleep right at the front door there and I couldn't find them, but they were barking. And so I like get halfway through and it turns up, it gets louder. As I get like halfway through the house, it gets louder. And so I got freaked out and I just went back to the room and I wake up Cassidy and I was like, hey, I think someone's in the house. I'm pretty sure someone's in the house. So you might want to go outside to the car. And before she like got out of bed, she thought I was messing with her. And I thought she was messing with me. So we were both getting mad at each other too. Cause I'm like, if you're messing with me, you need to stop. This is not funny. And she's like, no, I'm not messing with you. And so just as she's about to like get her clothes on and leave, I have a thought and I'm like, oh, the only speaker we have in there is our Alexa. And so I open the door and I go, Alexa, stop. And the music stops. And I was like, oh, it was our Alexa playing music. Why? What's going on? And so I go to walk through the house because now I'm like, all right, I don't think anybody's here. I get about halfway through walking through the house again. Music turns back on. Like blasting loud again. Remind you, at this point, it's like 1:30 in the morning. And the dogs start barking again. And so I just stopped and I yelled, Alexa, stop. And I stormed into the kitchen. No one was there, obviously. I unplugged Alexa and I was like, what the heck is going on? So I get back to the bedroom. I like checked the whole house. I went outside, checked the outside because I'm still convinced that there's somebody either inside or outside of the house messing with us. And I go back into the room, and as I go back into the room, Cassidy's sitting there with her phone in front of her, and her phone is playing EDM music. It's just going boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom. It's the same weird music. And I'm like, okay. So I start looking stuff up. Turns out Spotify Premium has no two-step authorization.
Yeah, there's no way to protect it.
Yeah, and it's you can very easily get a hold of somebody's account through Spotify Premium. And so this is a common thing that happens a lot, where people in other countries will get your account and they just want to use it to listen to music on their own. And it made sense because it was only playing either at 4:30 in the morning or 1:30 at night, you know? So it's probably daytime for them.
Right.
And so we looked up a bunch of different stuff about it, and basically I was like, delete your account. Like, no, you don't need it. We have Apple Music anyway we're not using Spotify Premium anymore. Never again. And so she deleted her whole account. But it was a super freaky. And the reason, so the TV was a smart TV and Alexa's connected, they're both connected to the internet. Right. So basically, and she's logged in on Spotify and all those things. So anytime they try to play music on their end, it has to come out of somewhere on our end as well. And so first it was the TV, then it was Alexa, then it was her phone. But it was really funny. After it was all over, it was very funny because we looked up a story where this lady, she, two different stories that were really funny about it. One lady, she fought back. She found out she was getting hacked. And the other thing too is if you have a credit card information or anything, they can't get a hold of it. Spotify did release a statement about it, basically saying they can't get a hold of your information. That's a totally separate thing. It doesn't have it memorized where you can pull up. Think about it. If you have your credit card on an account, it doesn't show you your whole credit card number. It shows the last four.
No, and then if you ever try to repurchase something or something like that, you have to re-put in everything. Yeah.
So, or at least just the 3-digit code that is nowhere on the site. So they can't get a hold of your card information. So this first lady said she'd fight back with them, and and that's kind of what we did right before she deleted the account. Is I looked up the Bad Boys, the Cops theme song, Bad Boys, and I waited, turned it up, and then blasted it on her phone back at him, and then they stopped for the night. It was really funny. But yeah, but she said she'd fight back. She'd turn her volume all the way up in the middle of them playing music, and then she'd play some screamo stuff back at him. So it was just and she would get her account back for a few hours before they'd try again. Then there's another story about a lady that she basically felt bad for him, I guess. And so they came into this unspoken agreement from across countries where they shared this account. There'd be times she'd open her Spotify, she'd see that there's already music playing, and she would just not listen to music then. And then they would do the same for her. They never interrupted each other. They shared the same account from countries away from each other. That's wholesome. It is kind of wholesome, isn't it?
That's nice.
I'm not doing that.
No, absolutely not. But good for you.
Good for you, lady.
That's so funny.
But yeah, dude, but that's kind of the same thing as the what was it we were talking about before?
They used my Amazon Prime to order a vacuum, but they didn't try to use my card or anything like that. And at first, obviously at first, I see my Amazon that says, your package has been shipped. And I go, I haven't ordered anything. And then the first, if I haven't ordered anything, the first step is to interrogate the wife. Right. So then I go, Brittany, what? Did you order something? Not today. I go, And then I open it up and see that it's damn near $1,000 vacuum. And I was like, uh-oh. and so, Brittany starts freaking out, and I was like, we're gonna get this taken care of. So I got on my computer. I think I had it was just on my phone at this point. And so I pull up the order, and it was going to some address in Florida. And I was just so confused. So then I check my bank account, and I don't have any charges. I don't have $1,000 in my bank account. And then so then I'm convinced it's my Best Buy card, right? My credit card. And then so I pull up the order, and it says it shows me the last four of the card. And I was like, that's not either of my cards, and it's not Brittany's card. So this dude just took my account to order a vacuum.
That way you could get it in 2 days.
Right, so then
free shipping.
I sat there and thought about it and was like, should I just let the dude get his vacuum?
No.
And then I was like, and then my brain immediately went, no. And I cancel order, deleted it. I deleted his card. I did not keep his card on my account. I'm not a monster.
You did wrong, dude. You should have. You're not the monster. He's using your account.
I guess that's
the
fair.
least he owes you as at least. How much is Amazon Prime?
Oh, isn't he $10? I don't know.
He owes
Brittany
you at
pays
least
for
10.
it.
He at least owes you $10 of product. That way he got his money.
So I deleted it, and then I set up the two-factor authorization, which is an OTP. It randomly generates 6 numbers every like 60 seconds. I have it for my Epic games because my Epic games got hacked. I have it for my Amazon because my Amazon was hacked. I have it for my Rockstar because I got 500,000 of in-game cash on Grand Theft Auto. I don't have it for PlayStation because PlayStation doesn't offer it. They just like let their servers get hacked for funsies.
Yeah.
My Xbox, not only do I have it for my Microsoft account, but then I also have a password on my like account as well that you have to put in every time that you want to use my card and stuff, because my PlayStation got hacked and they stole my card, which was pretty epic.
You know, I have it on quite a few things as well, but I don't think I've ever been hacked.
I had never been until I started playing Fortnite, which I don't know if they're connected.
Oh.
Right. Because it's like, could just be weird coincidence, right? But I had never had any issue with anything like that. And then I started playing Fortnite, and I shit you not, the next day, your Epic Games account has been hacked, your email. And I was like, son of a bitch.
Oh, well, yeah, if they got your email.
So then
That's what it was. It was your email.
I was quick enough on the draw that I was able to fix my shit, set up the stop.
Okay.
It's vibrating at me again. It's JC Penney's. I set up on my Gmail and like the Epic Games account, whatever, the two-factor I can't say that. Two-factor authorization. I keep saying authentication because I think some people call it authentication, but that doesn't matter. And then my PlayStation's been hacked like 2 or 3 times.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's legitimately ridiculous.
It's got to be because they got a hold of your email that one time. I would stop using that email.
Well, no, because everything else is fine. It's literally just my PlayStation at this point. Which I deleted all my cards and everything off my PlayStation. I don't even use it anymore. I have the new Xbox.
Interesting. And it's nobody that you know? You don't think it's anybody that you know?
Not to my knowledge, because I've reset my password enough times and nobody has my account. The only person who has my account is probably you.
Are you sure it's not me?
oh, that's the big reveal.
It was me the entire time.
I was playing the EDM. You were hacking my PlayStation.
You.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, dude, getting scammed.
And hacked.
It's kind of ridiculous that it still can happen as easily as it does.
Yeah. But if you ever want to feel really good, definitely Scammer Payback's a good YouTuber. That's his YouTube name. And then there's a few others. There's one guy that will get hack into call centers cameras on the inside of their call center, and he'll send them presents of like glitter bombs, or one time he sent them a container that automatically dispensed roaches.
Oh my God.
And so he let roaches out, or mice. Now, sometimes he has people help him, so they get hired into the call center just to drop off. Like, there's one time they did a like 5 or 6 things all at once in one call center. He dropped he turned the soap, replaced the hand soap with like dye, so it dyed people's hands blue, and he also made fun of the fact that so many people came out of the bathroom without blue hands because they weren't washing their hands.
That's brutal.
And then like 2 glitter bombs, a roach, one, and then like another like just putting something spoiled in their like in the back of their fridge so they don't notice it for weeks. All kinds of stuff. Yeah. So
that's epic.
If you ever really want to feel good, watch them because it's just so funny. These crappy people getting absolutely,
just that's so good. That's so good.
Yeah, I'd highly recommend it. Shout out but Scammer Payback is my favorite. He doesn't do the glitter bombs and stuff, but he just does the talking and really makes these people mad. And listening to these scammers get angry is so funny.
I think I've seen
what they deserve.
I think I've seen some clips of. I mean, because like a lot of people do it, right?
Right. There's definitely quite a few, which is good. It's one of those copycat things where you're like, keep copying each other. You know what I mean?
You know what? Let's get this YouTube train a going. Just everybody adopt this content.
Yeah. But
how do you think famous people get scam called like as much as like you and I, just two normal ass dudes?
Probably.
I hope Tom Cruise gets scam called. Bring it around full circle.
No, I bet they do. I mean,
you think so?
Phone numbers are phone numbers, right?
Do you think that? Well, yeah, but like, don't they have some kind of? I don't know. I guess that kind of sounds stupid.
Like a protection plan against.
Well, kind of, because if their phone number gets out, how many billions of text messages would they receive?
Right. I mean, they have personal phone numbers, business phone numbers, and then a lot of times too, like the only people that get their actual phone numbers are the ones that they love and trust. Any movie roles, though, you think directors are getting Tom Cruise or Johnny Depp's actual phone number? No, they get his manager's phone number.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, and like same way with like news sources and stuff. They're talking to managers and lawyers of the person when they're getting stories. They're not actually talking to the celebrity.
Right.
But at the same time though, you know, I don't know how scam singers pick phone numbers, but I'm assuming it's pretty random.
Because I'm pretty sure they get like anytime you sign up for anything,
right? They
get your phone number from that, and then I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
I mean, it's mainly Google and
yeah,
social media's fault.
Selling your information for the top dollars, so they can tell me that I spent $1,200 on a MacBook and AirPods, which is so funny. Like when you order regular packages, do you get a phone call about it?
No, the only time you get a phone call is when they're like, "Hey, we're shutting down your card for a day until you confirm this stuff," and then you have to confirm your purchases.
And that's your bank, not Amazon. Amazon doesn't give a...
So it's not always your bank. There's an actual like, because I've gotten the call a few times, like recently since we moved,
like buying house stuff.
Yeah, and we bought all the more expensive stuff out of nowhere. You get those calls a little more often then, and it's not my bank. It's like an actual like a scam protection place that will go through your account history and be like, did you spend $7.99 at Walmart? Yeah. Did you spend $12.50 at Starbucks? That's embarrassing, but yeah.
Did you spend exactly $74.97 at Sorella's on adult diaper? No, wasn't me. My card must have got stolen.
Get your card deleted just because you don't want to admit to the random person. Dude, I can only imagine how fun that job would be. I mean, that job actually would have to suck most of the time, but having to listen to people be like, yeah.
I think sometimes it'd be, could you imagine, right, that like you get like a $1,200, this is probably going to get cut from the episode, but like you see an order for like a $1,200 dildo or something, like something ridiculous, right?
Gold plated.
Exactly. Yeah. Or like
scales.
Or a bad dragon. Yeah, exactly.
We're on the same page.
And then you call because you're like, oh, this is ridiculous. And then, hello? Hi, is this Edith? Yes, it is. Edith, we see that you have a charge on your... you have a charge on your card for $1,200 to a website called Bad Dragon. Oh, yeah, I love their... like a 95-year-old lady. Like, how do you go to bed that night, right?
That's at the end of the episode. We might
We
not
can
cut
leave-
it. Only a few special people get this
Right,
far.
like Cody and Kerrigan are gonna have a really good giggle about our dildo joke.
Oh, dude. But yeah,
That would be crazy.
I think that'd be fun. I think there's always the most boring jobs also have the most fun moments in them. Like, I remember when a friend of ours worked for a loan company, and just some of the crazy stuff, because you have to call and you're the person that has to call and be like, hey, you owe this money on this loan. He told us one story about a guy that owed like he got like a something $1 million loan for a boat, but it was at like a 12% interest rate. And so he actually owed like well over millions of dollars for this thing. That's just so crazy. And having to tell the people that, because people don't think about their interest rate.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't even cross their minds sometimes about how much that can hurt you. It's like, 12% on a 60-year loan
That's $12,000.
Yeah, it's
a month.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, interest rates will get you for sure.
Big oof.
Yeah. But yeah, fun
Dude.
stories today, dude.
Dude, I mean, we talk about getting scammed because we had to watch Tom Cruise movies, and then scammers calling us because of the Amazon order. Oh, I hope that's not a text from Brittany. Oh, no, that's a text from the bub.
Oh, the bubs himself.
Oh, no. We might have to cut this one.
All right.
Well,
Yikes. We might have to cut
Yeah,
this
we
one.
might have to go.
Yikes.
That's an oof. Well, I introduced this episode, so you need to send us off, my friend.
Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us today with another episode of the Definite Goodness podcast. I'm falling apart here.
We started to panic.
But yes, thanks for listening again. Hope you guys are still enjoying the shorter episodes.
I think I am. I really do like these quick bite-sized ones.
And not so constructed.
Yeah.
We might take a break from tier lists and stuff for a while and just see how we do.
I'm cooking up some other ideas for tier lists so we can still maybe release one a month, but
Oh yeah, for sure.
I do like freestyling more, and I do like the shorter episodes.
Yeah.
But that's me, right? And I don't do this for me. I do this for y'all at home. So
Yeah.
let us know in the comments.
I do this for me, but he does it for you.
I'm a person of the people.
But yeah, so anyway, thanks again, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.